Welcome back to Intentionally Living with the Padilla Family Homestead. We're out in the garden this morning. We are right in between rainstorms again. We've had the coldest, we've had the weirdest weather this year. So we've hit up to like 70s and then we've gone back down. We're in like not getting above the 40s today. We've had like snow, like we never get snow here hardly at all. So I need to go through, I have a bunch of stuff that is bolting, and I've had some health issues and I haven't been able to get out here and harvest a lot of the stuff that needs to be harvested. So today is that day. I'm going to come through, I'm going to harvest a bunch of this. I'll leave some of the plants and see what they do, if they keep going or not. Anything that's pretty much in bolting status, I'm going to go ahead and go through and harvest. Some of these greens I'm going to wash up and dehydrate, and then I have a big cooking day coming up and I want some of these greens sauteed up and added into this breakfast prep that we're doing. So I'm just going to harvest it now, get it washed, and get it ready for our big cooking day, and you'll be a part of that big cooking day. But I want to get this squared away. So first things first, I'm going to come through and I'm going to have a whole lot of this mustard. This is the giant red leaf mustard. It's not giant though, because I have so many planted really close together. And I do that so I can harvest the baby greens from it. That is how I prefer to have my mustard. I am going to actually put this up there, and I'm really going to thin this out pretty good here. These will grow back pretty quickly. This giant red leaf is, I think, more heat. I don't know if it's heat or cold. I'm assuming it's heat that was causing it to bolt. It could be their age also, but this one seems to not bolt as fast. Alright, so that's one pouch of mustard really chopped down, and I'm going to go ahead and come on over to this next one. I'm getting a little worried about, I'm going to put this kale in another one, because I want to get a lot of the greens off of here. This is that lacinato kale, which is really a cabbage from what I understand. I haven't used this one as much. I have used it on my focaccia breads, but I haven't used it as much. And I've kind of been taking a little break from breads. Guys, because I was taking this break and I had these health issues, I killed my sourdough starter. I didn't get it put away in the fridge, and I let it go too long between feedings, and I did it a few times and I just didn't want to risk it. So I have a new one coming in the mail, which I'm really excited about. So I can have some sourdough, and I'm really looking forward to that. My other thing that kind of died during this time period, I've used some of it. I was using my microgreens pretty consistently, those pea shoots, but some of my other ones got fried. My cilantro, I think, is still going to be savable. And so, and then I didn't have the fan on consistently, and some of the other ones got really moldy. So I just called it a loss. on those for the most part. I have them outside right now so they can get some good water and light, and I'll bring them back in later. But my baby seedlings are still surviving. There is a tiny bit of mold showing on those. I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon on top of those, and then you should see an update on those next week, because we'll do a whole garden tour next week. But I wanted to check in and kind of tell you my plan, what we're doing here. I've been trying to make sure I get something out, so I've been doing some shorts to make my life easier on the days that I'm not doing so great. So basically, I have been having really, really high blood pressure, and so I ended up starting some medication for that, and I've had to strictly change my diet to low sodium and just figure a few things out. So we're gonna get a handle on it and we'll be good. Trying to get back to now life as normal, now that I'm kind of a little bit more used to being on my medication. And then yeah, just balancing out that sodium. Sometimes I do good at it, sometimes I don't. So just really trying to get up on that so I can hopefully get off the medicine is the goal. But I got to get things balanced out. Don't want that leaf. So that's kind of where I've been and what's kind of going on. It's through some of my videos I had planned out the window for the last couple of weeks. But do you know what? We just get to go with the flow sometimes, and that's the best we can do, and that is okay. But my hubby's going to help me and maybe my daughter, if she's here for it. We're going to do a large, big batch breakfast cooking day. We got like 10 dozen eggs in, and we're going to show you kind of how we make mornings easier, because school mornings, work mornings, all those things, we're trying to make sure that we can still eat healthy but do it easier. Look at all of that mustard. It's gonna be great. So this one I'm planning on probably sauteing down and adding into my breakfast because I really like this. Alright, so I want to get some of this kale since it started growing back a little. Okay. This kale is very yummy to me. I'm actually probably going to add this to some of my smoothies. I've been doing smoothies for breakfast again. Okay, I'm going to put you on a time warp while I harvest a little bit of this, and then we'll come back. Not your friend when it comes to salads. Plants, really. We found a slug. that beautiful, woo, don't spill it, bowl of salad. This makes me super happy. Okay, so these plants are kohlrabi. They're starting to go to seed. I am going to do some research to see about the leaves of these, but I am going to just harvest them and see what I can and cannot eat. I did not have success with these. I really think that I had them too low down and they didn't get enough sun where I have these. So I'm just going to call these good, and I will do some research. I didn't want to throw these out though, so I'll do some research and see if kohlrabi leaves are edible, and then I'll know whether or not I want to use them or not. And there's quite a few of them. This one is kind of sad because that one looks like it's going to start bulbing, but it's time to pull it. We're getting ready pretty soon. This weather's not showing it, but we are getting ready pretty soon for some of the warmer weather, hopefully soon. Besides all the kohlrabi, my Napa cabbage, after all this time of it getting attacked, we've taken some leaves here and there, but now it is going to seed. So I want to get it before that happens. And look at that, that's all we got out of it. Which I've been using this Napa cabbage as cut and come again. So I'm not super bummed, but these things have gone through a lot, and I'm just letting them have their, let them be done. Okay, so it's my other one is starting to go to seed. For about some of these good leaves that aren't totally bug ridden. This one's still got a lot more bigger leaves that are still good. And then the rest of this can come out. And there was one of my culprits. Another freaking slug. So on this planter, I'm going to try to leave these Brussels sprouts longer. They are struggling, but I'm going to try to leave these longer. My rutabagas are starting to bulb, so I'm leaving those longer. My beets I'm leaving and seeing what they do. I have radishes popping up down here. I have some carrots that the schools have not dug up. So yeah, those are still small, so I'm giving those some more time. So this planter, I really don't have anything that I'm harvesting out of, but I have a lot of kale, which is awesome. And then we're gonna come over to our other planter. There's a few more things to harvest, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, this planter has cabbage that's starting to bolt, and I really want to use these greens, so we're going to go ahead and just cut those. I have been harvesting up the stem. These were ones that got really leggy, and I decided to just let them keep going. while they were leggy. So this cabbage is not bolting yet, so I'm going to leave it be. I am taking this tatsoi that was leggy. It was reaching for the sun, and it has the very beginning markings of a flower. So we're taking that. We're taking this cabbage. That doesn't look like a cabbage, but it's cabbage. This is another cabbage that's bolting. I definitely want to get that before it bolts completely. These Brussels sprouts, I am going to pull these, but I'm not pulling them today. I'm trying to wait for this weekend for my daughter. So we will be pulling all the Brussels sprouts because we've kind of given them what we can, but it's time. Let's see what else we got going on here. This one's not on a rolling. It's rolling, but it's not like the Lazy Susan stuff. This cabbage is coming. Ooh, no flower yet, but look how pretty. Lots of greens. Lots of Brussels sprout. This one, is this the cabbage over here? Both of those. We're keeping both of those. These are some collards that are finally picking up, so I'm leaving these. And I'm leaving the Swiss chard for now because we have enough greens. I never actually harvested the chives from the other day, from one of the last videos. So I'm harvesting a bunch of big chives. That's it for right now. So I'm going to bring you over here, let you see what everything we harvested, and then give a little bit of encouragement. Okay, so we have a bucket of kale, a strainer of kale, strainer full of mustard, good 8 cups of lettuce, and then this huge basket full of greens. Now, I'm going to check the kohlrabi's out, but there's still a lot of cabbage. We've got chives and bok choy, other things in here, or tatsoi, a couple other things in here, but that's a lot of greens. So even though this wasn't the ideal harvest, and I didn't come out here before things bolted, I didn't get these mustards out before they bolted. It's okay. And there's going to be times that you're going to have things come up. You're going to have health stuff happen. You're going to have family emergencies. You're going to have whatever. And things may not be perfect. It may not be the perfect harvest. It may not be the perfect timing. But you can have grace with yourself and learn. If you learn to have grace with yourself and you learn to have grace with others, it's going to make the whole process that much easier. I am very thankful for the harvest that we did get. And I'm actually very thankful for this little guy right here, because do you know what has been coming by my window right here? Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds have been coming by to get to this beautiful mustard plant who has gone to seed. So I get to sit and look at the hummingbirds, and it brings me joy. So that's why I'm not pulling these. I want to be able to have the seed, and once I'm ready to put stuff outside for the spring, then those can come out and I'll amend my soil and all of those good things. But for now, this is what I'm thankful for. So I'm thankful I have all the greens that I didn't have to buy for my big cooking day, plus many other meals. I have tons of experience gained through this garden, and these plants have provided a lot of greens throughout the winter. So if they're tapering out to the end, and I'm thankful. So I hope that you stick around, that you subscribe, and that you like the cooking video that's coming your way. I'm hoping I filmed that well. And then I also hope that you stick around for the spring garden. It's going to be amazing. I know the weather has been crazy this year, so just make sure you're watching really well what's forecasted for your area, even if your last frost has passed. In years past, my last frost would already be done, and that's not the case. It got moved to March this year, middle of March, and I'm probably gonna wait a little longer to put stuff out, just because of the funky weather, depending on what it is. So just have patience, give grace, and do the best you can in the situation and where you are in the season of life that you are in. Thank you so much for joining, and we will see you on the next video.